thank you. I wanted to start off this morning with introducing our newest Associate Chamber Director of the Alva Chamber Commerce. Yes. Megan Kirk. So I didn't know Megan before. Well, I know her, right? But I don't know her. And so I reached out and said, hey, is this something you'd be interested in? She happened to have girls all in school now, so she's like, yeah, actually, I'm looking for someone. She interviewed, did a great job. We interviewed 4 really great applicants, and Megan sort of got it. So I don't know her again, right? So last night I posted, hey, welcome Megan Kirtley, and she has exceeded Jody and I's analytics from 2 years. On how many times people commented, shared, got excited, hearted, liked, and I try to not really spend a lot of time on the analytics because, it's all relative. But this is very, very exciting. So I think that we've made a good choice. Obviously the community does too, so I'm proud to have her on the team. She's not quite as loud as I am, so we're a little opposite in that way, but she's going to totally rock it, and it's incredible support, so I'm excited about that. So just one more, just to make her feel good. Alright, now since we are at High Plains Bank, I was going to let these guys give a little tidbit about banking and what's going on and how the transition went and whatever you want to talk about.
All right. Thank you guys for coming. We're happy to host you the community coffee here at High Plains Bank. Like she said, a little bit of transition. We moved out here in May. I think it's been a pretty good transition so far. Happy to have everybody. If you got any questions, our whole team's here. They can answer any questions you got.
What are interest rates going to do next year?
They need to go up. They need to go up, Don Lee. So yeah, thanks for coming.
Don't know whether I
Plenty
agree
of
with that
food,
or not.
coffee. Like I said, if you got any questions, feel free to reach out to any of us. Turn it back over to me.
Alright. And yes, get some more food. Alexa made most of this, right, Alexa? Yes. And she's got her own flavor, so you know it's going to be good. She's sweet crumb. She's also Alright, so also, since it is August, this is our month to invite the school administrators here to give us kind of a rundown of how school is kicked off, what's going on, big plans that are happening, whatever you guys want to talk about. So who wants to start with that? Alright.
We're excited to have our students back. I think hopefully you can tell the community has changed a little bit with all our students back in town. It has not gone, typically with our first week of school. We've had some issues with AC dealing with the construction project. We'll give some news. We're really excited. Our wellness center, which has been struggling all summer, should be completely, Dr. Beatty, right?
Correct.
Done today. It was already a little cooler yesterday, but we've had some other areas that have happened. Enrollment is, the last 4 years we've been up 20% at Northwestern. Right now we're probably about even. We got another week. Enrollment goes through next week. A lot of activities are starting. We're hosting. We're helping out the high school. This Alva will be at our auditorium this weekend. Northwest Concert Series, I believe, starts next week. We've already had an exhibition in soccer this week, and our first football game they're on the road the first week, so that first Thursday in September we'll do our first home football game. So excited. A lot of projects still going on campus. Almond Hall should be done in about 2 weeks. So we'll transition all those folks that are doubled up in the other dorms back over there, but we're really excited about that project with brand new rooms, new furniture, so it's going to be really, really nice when they get done. So, any questions from anybody? Always look forward to our partnerships with Alva Public Schools and Northwest Career Tech, and already have some new ideas to visit with those students. So, if you need anything, holler at us. Thank you.
Yep, very good. Like Dr. Hammer said, it's always exciting whenever your full-time students get back. The halls become full again, and the hustle and bustle of a new school year. Partnerships are a king in our community with Alva Public and with Northwestern. One of the partnerships that is fairly new that we kind of got kicked off late that I'll speak of is with Northwestern. And Those of you that know may not know, but at the Career Tech, we not only take juniors and seniors in high school, but young adult students. And so we were able to work with Northwestern on a project where kids, adult students, can come and stay in the dorms and then attend the Career Tech. So we're getting to take advantage of the student living, the college life there in the dorms, but they're also then coming to us for their education, whether they're in electrical, nursing, those types of programs. So that's a great opportunity. Really got it rolled out late last spring, and so we're hoping to see that grow, but we did have some kids take advantage of that, and really excited about that partnership. Another thing coming up mid-October, October 14th, we're bringing in a traffic safety day. It's going to be held at the Salt Fork Arena. We have already about at capacity. We have about 400 of our local, really 9th and 10th graders signed up, and it's going to talk about traffic safety from blind spots, seatbelt laws. Brother Dorner Santa Fe is going to talk about railway safety. There's a variety of things there. It's going to be in the morning from about 8:30 to 1. So that's something that's exciting that will be held there at the Salt Fork Arena. If you're looking for a change in careers, our next CDL class will be here in October. So if you're out by the tech center there, hopefully that our main thoroughfare here will be ready to go as that takes off. But it's off to a great start, and we're glad to answer any questions.
Darren, from high school?
They did. You had some sickness or something.
Kind of echo what those guys said. It's great to have kids back on all this. Back to some kind of a normal schedule. A lot of movement this summer. We got Lincoln moved over to the middle school and everything. Kind of echo Darren on that. The community partnerships that pulled that off are we couldn't have done outside of OG&E and Walter really talking buildings. Integrity Construction, West Construction, Northwest Electric was a huge lift. Radar. They've all been out, putting all that together. Pulled off something pretty big in a pretty short amount of time. Thanks to those guys and their support locally. So, huge props to those all who come together. Kind of hit the ground running. Softball practice started on the 15th of July. They had the first game on the 10th of August. Cross country has their first cross country meet tomorrow morning. We got Miss Alva tomorrow evening. Have football scrimmage at the high school tonight. Middle school at 6 and high school at 7. And then on the 28th is the first high school football game of Fairview. So, hit the ground running pretty hard, which is awesome for our kids. So, anyway, kind of Chris, if you get any questions, reach out to us or call and before we get here.
All right, everybody is. We're excited. Any other community events, and then I'll wrap up with the stuff that I know of. And then Jody's here. She's really good with dates. If I forget something, she can
Megan, I have stuff.
What do you got?
Okay, so we have the Northwest Oklahoma Concert Series. If you see these posters, there's this that shows all of the 4 different posters for the 4 different events for this season. Those are hosted. There's 3 that are going to be hosted in Harris Hall. But pay attention to the Ian Symphony. That's actually the Methodist Church. So typically we do have those in Harris Hall. But Ian Symphony is going to be at the Methodist Church this year. But the one coming up on Tuesday is the Alexis Cole Jazz Trio, and that's going to be at 7 p.m. on Tuesday in Harris Hall. So just pay attention to these. You can get your tickets online, or you can call the number that'll be the executive director, Dr. Herrera, and you can get your tickets there as well.
You can also sponsor, right?
Yes, there is still plenty of time to help sponsor the season as well. I've already talked with Dr. Herrera about funding for the next year and things like that and what it looks like. These acts that we bring in, and it's important to realize these are acts that are, these, especially we have a pianist in here, and he's been featured in Russia, and like these are people that are all over the world that come here to Northwest Oklahoma, and it's really cool for them to come and experience our venues and for you guys to meet them as well. But the funding that's required to bring in these acts, the lowest tier is a minimum
1 month to the big cruise and car show.
That's on my list as well. So good job.
You go.
Okay. It's Friday, so it's happy hour today. But tomorrow we have our first full band of the fall. So we have Timber Merchant coming tomorrow evening, and they're fabulous. We had a great time last time. So we'll do a concert tomorrow night. Tickets will be at the door or on my website.
Are they cheaper, the website?
Or it's going to be the same price. So $12. If you have a current student Northwestern ID, it's fine. So
$3 seltzers.
$3 seltzers. All night.
I love your website. Just saying. Thank you. Carly does a great job on her website, so if you ever are curious about what's coming up, it's always right there. She does a good job. Anyway, Wesley House has a fundraiser. Wesley House is campus ministry, and we have a fundraiser next Friday. We are doing a meal, which is a breakfast supper, right before bingo. We're doing bingo at the Wesley House. That's 1027 8th Street. It's right across from Shockley Hall. So come over for a Wesley House fundraiser. And then also, I just wanted to say Woods County Fair is coming up, and it will be here before the next community coffee. So just a reminder of that. If you've never entered the fair, go look through the fair book. It was in the newsroom a couple of weeks ago. If you don't have a physical one, you can go down to the OSU Extension office and they will help you. Fair's going to look a little bit different this year, where the merchants are typically in the merchants building. It's not going to happen that way this year. Actually, everything that was in the women's building is going to be in the merchants building. The 4-H is going to be in there. FFA is going to be in there. So you can see everything that's going on at the fair in the merchants building. But then, of course, there's the poultry superintendent. I'm photography superintendent, and there may be some others. I don't know if anybody else in here is. I'm like scanning the room to see. But if you want to be a part of the fair, it's not just for the OHCE groups or 4-H or FFA. You can enter in open class. So just know that that is there and available. And I know that it was in the newsletter a few weeks ago. And it may still be there. I don't know. I'm not privy to that. But the link to the online.
And I had, hey, Woods County Fair is this week, so thank you for coming
And
sharing a
well,
lot more than I had.
Yeah, and Woods County Fair is actually always, just so you know, on dates, it's always, just like Car Show is always, the third weekend of September. Woods County Fair is always the weekend after Labor Day. So
And the Christmas event is always the first weekend in December.
there you go.
All right, anybody else have anything to report? City stuff?
Well, from the city side, and I'll share this with Kelly as usual, I'm now 6 months into being mayor. Number one question I get is, how do I like it? I'm telling you, I absolutely love it. I love building my working relationship with Kelly. I think we not always see eye to eye, but we get along great, and we have the same objective of doing great things for the city of Alva. For those of you that see the Blue Peak trucks running around town, we're getting fiber internet to every single house in town, or not we, but Blue Peak is. So I find that really exciting, except for yesterday when Jeremy called me and goes, there's equipment in the road and cars are coming. And so we had to take care of that little fire real quick. And that's about really it. It's just been, it's been a great time to be a citizen of the city of Alva. And Kelly, do you have anything to add to that?
I was just going to add, next week is filing period for our special election for Ward 3 council member. Ward 3 is, if you're south of the boulevard, it is everything west of Highway 281. If you're north of the boulevard, you are west of 8th Street and south of Church Street. So if you or someone you know is in that ward and has an interest in serving the community on the city council, I'd encourage folks to get involved there. City council is a very important aspect of keeping a good city running, and so I would encourage folks to consider filing for that seat. The other thing is go out and vote, either early voting today and tomorrow, or regular voting next week, next Tuesday. So lots of important stuff going on.
That's another one I have on here, so you guys are doing great. All right, so what's happening tomorrow, Blessing Truck is going to be at Walmart, and Green First trying to fill that, fill the blessing boxes. They're out there all day, so if you go to Walmart and want to throw something in their truck, please do so. The pool only has a couple of more days left,
kids.
Oh, okay. Good.
It's a good
So-
time, and they usually plant the feed, hot dog feed. So, yeah.
All right, so make sure and check that out if you want to. Then something that is not on the radar yet, because it kind of just came up. I don't know how many of you, well, most of you probably know Tom and Judy Shirley. Their son Zach is the assistant attorney general in Maryland, and he's going to be in town next week speaking at the Senior Citizens Center about Medicaid fraud, because he's head of that department in Maryland. So it's a pretty excellent speaker. We're going to have him back hopefully next year, and all of the banks are going to help, but he's going to be in town, so we're going to have him set up at the senior citizens during lunch to do a talk about that. So if you've got family, parents, or if you're nearing retirement, you want to hear about that, it's a big deal. Medicare, Medicaid fraud, Todd, you want to talk to that? It's a big deal right now that we're seeing a lot of, right? So, and he's going to be an excellent speaker. I went to high school with him, and he was a state. Wednesday. Wednesday the 26th. Thank you for that, because I didn't say that yet. All right, so that's taken care of. Donate room tickets, make sure and get that. We're trying to make sure we sell that show out so that they can continue to get more big names coming out. That's a good one. We're going to outside one. That's happening on the 29th. And then on that same night, ABC also has Rigby. Rigby. Yeah, down on Rigby side. Yeah, Rigby. And then again, the car show, we're 1 month away from that. If you want to bank it for the car show next year, we're also, all of the banks are collecting funds for that so they can add on to it next year. They won't get that funding until probably October, so it doesn't fit for this year, but it is something to think about for next year if you want to bank it for food bank, or that's the next quarter, bank it for the car show this year. And then also, the final big thing on the chamber side is in the next week, if you are the main contact for your business as a chamber member, I'm going to send emails out for you to vote on our, we have 3 seats open, and I think we have 5 candidates to fill the chamber board. So be sure and look for that and get your vote in so we can get them on the board. We kick off our fiscal year in October, so we'll get them on board, get them do an orientation, and hopefully, if you are a board member now, would you raise your hand? We got a stellar board. Yeah, we've got some really strong movers and shakers that are all really excited about keeping Alva going and moving. So then finally, Christmas. Southern Star is one of our first sponsors for the Christmas event. So if you're ready to jump in and sponsor that and get it on this quarter instead of next quarter, because next quarter gets really good for everybody on donations, go ahead and do that. We're going to have a bigger drum show this year. I just got a call from Nacy Sutter at the high school, and they want to bring high school carolers downtown that Friday night, which we didn't have last year, so that'll be an addition. We're looking at some new displays to put downtown for some photo ops. The PJCC, they're collecting lights to refurbish some of the older light displays that we've got. We have a lot that were out there, and they were all programmable with a computer, and so now they're outdated, so they're restreaming them. I don't know how many they'll get done this year, but they are working on it, so we're hoping that each year we just get to make it a little bit brighter. So we're very excited about that. If you want to be involved in any of it, call us. We're happy to bring you on board. Okay, that's it.
The tree. One more thing, Megan.
Oh, we did get a tree. It's a 20-foot tall tree that you have to put together. It's going to be so magical. Anyway, you had more.
I did.
Oh, you did.
So with Kelly's help, and we're working with E911, but we have this amazing jewel in the plains, the Salt Fork Arena. And so as mayor, I kind of get to rename roads when it's possible. And so we are attempting to rename the road on the east side of the arena to Salt Fork Trail. So having it on County Road 460 doesn't sound quite right, but if we can get it on Salt Fork Trail, that would be much better in honor of everybody's hard work to make that happen out there, which is wonderful.
Awesome. All right. Anything else? If not, submit your stuff to communications@alvak.net or the messages on Facebook. I can't remember that. I'm trying to get in the newsletter. I'm going to be training her to be scouring Facebook and stuff for those flyers. So if you don't send them in and we don't see them, we can't put them in there. Jody's going to probably keep helping with that too, right?
Sure.
Throw it in. If we don't see it, she can say, hey, don't forget to put them
I'm in a habit of just saving the flyers as I see them, so.
Yeah. And that's a good thing, like if anybody wants to do that, because we do. I know it gets a little crazy. It's busy, right? I don't know how to fix that. I think it's a really good problem to have. If you have suggestions as a whole, say, hey, this is too much, could you just put it in there one time? We'll consider it, but we do want to give everybody a time.
Well, and also know that you may not be seeing the entire newsletter. If you have not, if you haven't seen the platinum members at the bottom, you have not seen the full newsletter yet. So there's a place where you can click view more, and it will open it up to another screen so you can see everything.
And I actually, Tiffany reached out this week and said, hey, what does it cost to put the hiring flyers in there? And it doesn't. That's just Jody and I scouring and saying, oh, they are hiring. So we started adding them. So that's just a member perk. It's anybody's perk. If you're hiring, we love to put it in there. But be sure to tell us when you're done hiring so we don't keep telling people. All right. Yes.
City of Alva's domain has changed. It is now .gov. So if you've been trying to reach us by email or have left us a voicemail, haven't heard back from us, please try again. But our website is now alvaok.gov. Emails are the same, but now with alva. OK.gov. So please change your domains, and our website will, if you go to org, it'll give you this black screen and it's not us, redo the domain. So, and we'll be putting out something in the paper next week.
Yeah, because when we don't receive emails, I mean, we get this false sense of security, everybody's happy.
Again, it does take a couple days for it to send back to you that it was rejected. So,
All right. Yes.
Jody touched on the fair. Now, entries are, you have to pre-enter, and it is all online. And Jody, I'm not sure how they go through the OSU Extension Office.
So we've never done pre-entry before. Is that new this year?
Yes, everything has to be entered. And I think it's
I don't think that I
by
caught that.
Wednesday.
Like
by Wednesday. before
The week
fair starts.
before, the week before.
The week before, okay, but it's all online.
I'm just saying that because in the poultry section, we've always done pre-registration, and it's the week before. I think it's by Thursday, the week before is what we do, but
Okay.
I don't know about your guys'.
Because it's my understanding if you by chance entered in the fair or somewhere else, I think once you're in that website, that program, I mean, it's for about all county fairs, is that not right? Are going to that pre-enter website. And it's basically, I think it's your name and your address. It's not like any real personal
I have not gotten that far into it, so make sure that you go to the OSU Extension Office and ask any questions that you have as well.
It could be in the fair book. I didn't look at the fair book that good yet, but that's what you have to do.
She keeps looking at me.
I know.
It should help expedite the premium payment.
I'm sure Mary Ellen isn't the
All right. Well,
bride
thank
grand
you guys for
opening.
coming. Again, reach out. Communication is key in all relationships, so we want to keep that open. So thank you guys. And some more people. Oh, Arvin.
The Wicked Grind has its grand opening at noon today.
Yes. I'm sorry. That's a big thing on that. Yes, today at noon, we're having a grand opening for a new location at Wicked Grind, Wicked Whisk Bakery. They've got a cute little shop up there, and they're continuing to grow. So if you want to show up and be part of their picture and part of their history, we'd love to have you. Thank you, Arvin, for bringing that up.
And then the next community coffee is,
Oh, yes, next month.
and it is a
Third Friday. Where's it at? The press, and they're opening.